Very professional.
Yeah.
I just bought that at an antique store for like $9.
You gotta. I mean, you gotta use. You gotta get your money's worth.
I was really drunk, obviously, and I also got a fucking plane. Why? I don't know. But it's
Dude,
all
that's
metal.
kind of a sweet.
It's
that's
all
kind
metal,
of a sweet.
though.
That's
very
a sweet.
high, very. Back in the day when toys were made very well.
Tough. Don't get me
Gilmore
started.
Red Lion. I need a banner. I need it fly across the screen with like a TLT flag.
That
Anyways.
is nice.
Well, welcome back, Slapdicks. This is Around the Lunch Table, episode
85.
episode
85.
fucking 85.
Whoa, that's one of my numbers. 80 and 85 are my numbers. So look at that.
Why are those your numbers?
That's an interesting lucky number.
Yeah, usually it's like single digits or like lower numbers.
Yeah.
Football
Oh,
was.
I was about to say like those like linebacker numbers or maybe the receiver numbers or something.
Yeah, they were receiver numbers. 80 and 85 were my football numbers, and then 8 was my baseball number. So I guess it's an 8 thing.
It is an 8 thing.
It is an
It
8.
is an 8 thing.
God,
It is,
It's
yeah.
a great number. Z, you want to do the sponsors super
Oh
quick?
yeah, we'll do that really fucking quick. First and foremost,
Wait.
want to thank Aperture Oceans bringing ideas and ads.
To life.
That's you. Thank you. Also want to shout out Live Stallion, Never Be Tamed, a wellness and fitness page started by ATLT's own Brandon Badiato. Streams Monday through Friday. And then, Jack, you got one more?
We got... Frankie's not going to know what the hell this is.
I don't know what it is.
We got moles. If you have moles in the Puget Sound area, they are your premier mole exterminator, offering chemical-free mole extermination from northern Seattle to southern Tacoma. They make sure you got no moles, no mo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest today. For those of you who have watched the Basement Yard podcast, he was the winner of the Schmodown movie trivia. He was also
The winner. That's a very. I like that. The winner.
The winner.
Yeah.
He was also the 2002 January Student of the Month. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we have Jason Momoa. Woo!
Thank you.
Is Jason Momoa your celebrity look like? Is that what you?
Mahalo.
Dude, what's that movie with like with The Rock and the animated one, Mona or whatever the fuck it's called?
Moana.
Mona. What am I doing?
Moana.
Mona. I thought it was Moa. I swear.
Yeah, no, I mean you can't. Obviously, the comparison to Jason Momoa is apparent. However, I'm not Jason Momoa. My name is Frank. For those of you guys that are a little confused, hello.
Yes,
How are
Frankie
you?
Alvarez.
Am I supposed? By the way, am I supposed to be recording my own audio? I don't even know right now.
I'm recording yours through the Zoom, I guess, but you know.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it should work.
No, Frankie, it's a pleasure to have you on. You know, this has been
Yes,
years
thank
in the
you for coming.
making. Years in the making. We're so excited.
Literally, yeah.
So excited to have
Yeah.
you here. But no, ladies and gentlemen, Frankie Alvarez from the Basement Yard. Definitely check out that podcast. They are amazing. So Frank, I mean, first thing we wanted to talk about your celebrity lookalikes. You got Jason Momoa, okay?
Yeah.
What is the other one that you have been talked or been told about? Or I know you got a few in your repertoire.
Yeah. Now, so here's the thing. I quite frankly.
Frankly.
Frankly,
First
no
of all,
pun intended.
well, yeah, there you go.
Keeping it frank.
First of all, thanks for having me, boys. I appreciate it. This literally is years in the making. Year in the making.
Yeah, it is.
And I completely apologize for just completely forgetting to get back to you guys.
Oh no,
but,
it's okay.
glad we're here. So the joke has always been, that I consider myself the man of 1,000 faces. I think that I look like
Like a sphinx.
everyone. Like a sphinx, yes, exactly. We, my friends and I growing up, we had another friend like that named Ralph, but he just looked like all the worst celebrities. So, I only comment on celebrities I've been told I look like.
Yeah.
What the extent of that similarity is up for debate.
Okay.
But I've been told on different occasions I look like Jason Momoa, Jon Snow, Leonardo.
I can see actually Jon Snow. I can see that one.
Well, I used to have long hair. My hair used to be down to my shoulders, and it was curly.
Is that?
And
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
well, so that's there was one night I was out, I was drunk, and I for literally the 0.2% of the time that I had ever used Snapchat, I posted a thing like, I am Juan Snow, the Spanish Jon Snow. and it
It
seemed to have stuck. So you know, I kind of go with that, and I stick with that. And quite frankly, I think that, you know, the possibilities are endless. I've been told that I have the physique of a Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. I've been told, you know, I once wore a pair of pants that someone said reminded me of Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. To me, that's Leo.
Yeah.
John Stamos. I mean, you know, the
list goes on.
Yeah, and the list
endless.
goes on. Yeah.
My son and I were watching. Sorry, I don't mean to go on a quick tangent.
Go ahead.
But my son the other day was watching Pee-wee's the newest like Pee-wee Herman movie, and Joe Manganiello's in it. Now Joe Manganiello, you know, married to Sofia Vergara, True Blood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's in One Tree Hill too.
Magic Mike, you know. And he goes, I go, Miles, do you think that guy looks like me? Joking around. He goes, yeah. I was like, whoa, dude.
Whoa, that's a compliment.
Okay.
A little stretch.
Yeah,
that's
and then we were sitting in a diner, and I don't know if you guys are wrestling fans. Roman Reigns was on the TV, and
WWE.
Yeah.
I don't watch WWE that much.
But, you know, Miles goes, Kiki, that, you know, kind of looks like you, and I was like,
God,
yeah,
you were just your confidence must be through the roof with all these compliments you're getting. I do have a question, Frank. I do have a question. So we have heard about the 2017 hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? What's the whole
is
thing?
that what you're talking about? Was that the long curls? Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yeah. So
So they said you very much defend it, very, very gratuitously.
I absolutely.
And we need to know why. We need to know why.
Well, all right. Listen. First of all, I mean, if my life had been complete shambles after the hair, I would completely understand. But the fact of the matter is, you know, when I met my wife, when I met my current, I don't know why I say current wife, my current right now,
my third wife.
Yeah, no. When I met my wife, I had that hair, and
did she like it?
Obviously
she did, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're still going strong, and
that didn't scare her away. So.
No, it didn't exactly. I was at a point in my life where I hated the idea. I get on these hills that I'm willing to die on that nobody else in the world will die on.
I get that 100%.
And this hill just so happened to be, I refused to pay for haircuts. I was in college, you know, just prior to the long hair, and my buddies would cut my hair for free. So I was like, why in God's name?
Yeah.
Why am I gonna pay for hair?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. So I just let it go. I did no personal grooming from basically the cheek up for close to 2 years. Grew it out, got nice and long and curly, and you know, it made me stand out, I guess. And I will defend it to the day I die.
No, it's at least you got a lot of good comments. You know what I mean, from your friends, everyone who you look like. I mean, I told Jack when he grows his hair out, he looks like Jonah Hill from Superbad because he has a joke though. But I really don't. I don't think I've ever gotten any good comments.
Well, let's see. Now you need to take the hat off, because both times that we've chatted on video, you've had a hat on.
You can see the little. He's got the 2017.
He's got the baseball.
Yeah, he's got it going.
Working.
You got some curls working, absolutely. But I will say
we go with the flow. You know.
You're getting the pushback though. I could see the evil M starting over here.
It's curls for the girls. Wait, what?
You didn't hear that.
I did. I was showing.
Said he could see the evil M's coming up here.
Yeah. But hey, man, it's all good. Yeah, listen, it was kind of one of those things I stumbled into because I was being stubborn, and I to this day will defend it because it worked out for me.
No,
has Joe always had a buzz cut? Basically, not a buzz cut, but like, you know what I mean, super short.
Well, no, he's very prideful in his haircuts. Didn't he say he spends like a ton of money, like every 2 weeks, getting it all shaped up?
Bro, this guy goes to like a barber who like travels the world. He was like,
Holy
my
shit.
barber last week was in Dubai, and I was like, dude, my barber, like, I'm pretty sure on a side business is a butcher. Like, there's no
yeah, I go to
reason
sports
need...
clips. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to need all that.
Yeah, he's more. I feel like he's one of the guys. He's one of the. I want the nicer of things. I want the finer things in life.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, to each their own. I'm not.
That's him. He's a lot like that. Jack's
yeah.
I can tell. You know what it is, right?
He 100% is.
Oh, that's not true.
It's the white, white skin.
Oh, I'm gonna have to renounce my white privilege.
No, but here's the thing. This is a world-known fact, but everyone who knows us, anyone, Jack is the hardest person to shop for, like for his birthday or Christmas, because everything he owns is the nicest of that thing. And all the thing he buys, the more expensive. If he has a choice between one item and another item, he will buy the more expensive one 10 times out of 10.
It's not about price. It's about I do my research.
No,
you do your research, quality products, made in the US of A, supporting local business,
I don't care much about the made in USA thing as much as, Jack, I'm kind of with you on that one. Like I'll shill out a couple extra bucks if it's going to mean that I'm getting the better quality.
Exactly. Thank you.
I grew up in a household where my mom got like all of our stuff, everything from the same store, and it was like an ABC dollar store. So I was getting, like our T-shirts from the same place that we were getting shampoo, and then from the same place we were getting, socks.
We were also getting our steaks there.
Yeah. Well, probably.
And a spare tire, all in one place. It's great.
Just completely, hitting all four quadrants.
Actually, the thing is, I think or Isaiah is the one who made me this way, because our parents are best friends.
That's not true.
And he would, he was a grade above me, so I'd wear his hand-me-downs, throughout high school.
Well, that's true.
I'd get the hand-me-downs. So then after, all of that, persecution and struggle, I had last year's
now I'm gonna flex on everybody.
Yeah, no. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
but no.
Man, I mean, listen, there's no harm in it. I was the same way. I would penny pinch, and I would get hand-me-down. I would wear. I legitimately went like 2 years without buying myself a single article of clothing, and then I started making money, and I was like, all right.
Let's see if we can pull off this Jason Momoa look. Get a little tribal tat, see what happens.
Yeah, well, I didn't pay for a gym membership. I didn't pay for a gym membership, but
paid for it. Didn't say uses it, but paid for it.
Oh, yes. No, I didn't do either. Now it's funny. I now do pay for one, but I don't use it.
Have you ever tried to quit the gym? It's like,
dude, it's
impossible. You can't do it over the phone. Okay,
dude,
so
I got charged for 2 years
for
a gym membership that I didn't realize it when I started seeing $9.99 because we worked at, what did we do? Planet Fitness used to be by our old apartment, and we used to go there. I got charged $9.99 for I had to literally cancel my debit card to stop it because I called there and I couldn't. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, dude, this is there's no way this is legal. Like, what the fuck?
The same. I swear to God, I felt like after I walked out of that Planet Fitness too. I signed up for Planet Fitness. I was like, bro, $10 a month.
Yeah,
I was like,
easy.
I think it was like my first year of college, so I was broke as dog shit, and I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. Why wouldn't I do this?
Yeah.
But little did I know, I was basically doing that, like, from The Sopranos, where they prick my finger.
And swear an oath. Yeah.
Yeah. The person behind the counter was like, some like disgusting fat fucking slob, and he was like, "So help me God, if you try to quit this Planet Fitness, you'll fucking burn in hell, you fucking stupid idiot." And I'm like, oh,
it comes from your family, your friends, your wife.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I just want to go and do that like 8-minute circuit with like all those machines, like, so help you God, if you don't help out this Planet Fitness, you're gone forever. Bro,
what was that thing they had, the lunk alert? Watch out for the lunk alert. The guys that would scream the lunk alert.
Bro,
on the fuck.
I went back to school and I tried to quit over the phone, and they were like,
exactly. No. That's what I was gonna say.
Life, buddy.
No, they fucking told me that. So the thing is now Z didn't know he was getting charged for a while. I knew. I just didn't want to walk in there and have to cancel. That was my only thing. It's like my pride's too high. I don't want to blah blah blah. So I call and they say, well, if you send like a certified letter to like the headquarters, I'm like, you're charging me money. Like let me. I feel like I sold my soul and I can't get it back here.
Yeah.
And then
it was.
I finally walked in and made up some bullshit story that I moved and that I'm seeing a different gym. I felt like I was breaking up with a girl, and it was like, yeah.
You're better than I did. I am. I called my bank because they refused.
Reported fraud.
They wouldn't do it.
They don't do it. They just don't.
Bro, they wouldn't do it. They were like, you need to come in. I went in and they were like, no. And I was like,
no, you have a monthly payment to us regardless if you're working out or not.
Yeah. So then I was like, I kind of left there because I'm not one to like make a scene with like people.
Of course.
At the end of the day, like people are kind of just doing their jobs, and I worked in the world of customer service, or like retail, so I get it. Those people deal with enough. So I just walked out there. I was like, okay. I called my bank. I was like, yo, anything that is charged from these people is fraudulent. Like, I'm letting you know, I am not.
There's a whole case opened. You have no idea about it. They had to go to court and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like years later, it popped in my head because I was passing the Planet Fitness, and I was like, let me check in to see, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna come in, and they were like, you don't. It said you deactivated your account like 5 years ago. I was like, oh, all right.
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah.
Well, somehow you got out with all your fingers. So
it's borderline predatory. It shouldn't be legal. I don't understand because I knew a guy who was it Planet Fitness. I don't remember, but like, and he worked for this gym, and he would sign people up. He'd like walk up to people. He'd be like, oh, and we need to sign people to get money or whatever the fuck. It's so stupid. He's like it's basically like a Wall Street broker who never even got to Wall Street, so he just starts doing that. I don't fucking know. And so he gets these people to sign up me, and then like I at the time was like, okay, I was playing baseball, so I'm like, yeah, I'll sign up for it, fuck it. And I signed up for it, and then I ended up not needing it because I already had a gym I was going to. I'm like, okay, I don't need this. Cool. And my dad had signed up for it because he didn't know that I would be able to find a personal trainer at this other place, but it did end up happening. And then my dad couldn't cancel it. And then it would text me every day. I'd be like, okay, try our new VIP package and get the suntan, get the massage chair. I'm like, I don't fucking want it. I don't want it. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to think. And my dad had to he called his bank, and that's what he did. He was like, oh, it's a fraudulent charge. I told them, and they won't let me cancel it. I don't know what it is.
Today's America, you have a better luck at getting out of fucking student loans than you do a gym membership.
Forgive my gym membership, Biden.
Oh, thanks to Grandpa Biden, there's a couple billion forgiven loans when I paid mine off. I just paid mine off like 4 months ago.
That sucks.
And you're one of those? You're one of those people?
Yeah.
You're one of those?
Fingers to the grindstone, baby. I went all the way. I did my dues. And then I see that, and I was about to throw my phone across. I'm like, so are you telling me I could have just not paid it, and I would have been okay?
Yeah, basically,
because it was anything under if it was anything under 10,000, and I think my outstanding balance was like left on it at like when I started it was like 9 and some change. And I'm like, dude, I would have fucking qualified for that, and I paid it off. I did my due diligence. Budweiser's and Bald Eagles, like a good American, did my thing.
There you go,
and it's absurd.
We salute you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I must have bad luck with gyms because at the moment I moved to Jersey, and the first gym that I joined, it was like my thing with gyms is a deal breaker for me is if they have a steam room. If they have a steam room, I don't care what the rest of the gym looks like. Give me that steam room. I joined this gym. It was like through like the big hospitals in New Jersey, and they were like, it's a little expensive, but I was like, what, that steam room? Yeah. So I was paying like $65 a month. Ooh. And at the time, for whatever reason, I wasn't able to pay for like 6-7 months. So that shit racked up, and they hit me up one day. They were like, bro, you got an outstanding balance. I was like, bro.
They don't just stop it?
I'll try to get. Well, that's the thing. I was like, why? And I went in to try to cancel it one day, and they were like, it's not working. We'll tell the manager when she gets in. I was like, all right. And then and
the manager never comes, do they?
Yeah. But bro, I got my luck turned around because like 4 months later, it was like announced that it was getting shut down. So I was like,
not paying this.
And I called them up, and I was like, I'm gonna pay my balance. I like dipped my toe in the water. I was like, I'm gonna pay, and they were like, don't bother. We're shutting down. Like, it's all being I was like, all right, sweet.
That's
it's
a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it really was. So, but no, I agree. It is a very predatory.
Frankie, I do have a question for you. I don't know, this isn't along the topics of gyms, but you did talk about a steam room, so maybe you showed it off a little bit. You did get you got a Brazilian, right? A little a Brazilian wax. I did say I watched the video. Now here's the thing, I've never gotten one, okay? I just want to know, what was the experience? Did you get a little shape, or like, how did it feel?
What did you feel in terms of sensation?
Sensation, like, how did you feel after?
Shape?
I don't know, like, shape? The girls will do like a little line or like a little triangle.
Like a landing strip?
Yeah, or like a handlebar mustache.
Why you said that? You said that like you've never seen or touched a woman in your
life. I meant like
girls. We'll get a line on the top of their like PP.
Yeah,
like not me, but...
not me. No way.
Icky.
Like I had a buddy who did that.
I knew a friend.
Yeah. It was so the esthetician that did it was super professional, like super chill, and she
went to Harvard.
Yes, exactly. At the beginning, I was very like, I wasn't nervous. I don't tend to get nervous going into things, but as they're happening, like things like excitement and nerves don't hit me until they're happening.
Yeah,
okay.
So when I went into the situation, I was kind of like, all right, I was talking to her a little before, just kind of introducing myself, and she was, we're just kind of getting to know each other before she, puts her hands up my ass basically, and
slaps your cheek before she goes in.
No, and she, I had said, I was like, how long does this take? And she's like, oh, normally like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, all right. So in my head, I'm like, this will be quick, like,
yeah, I got this.
I got this. But, then I walked into the room and there were three fucking cameras set up.
Joe's just sitting there reeling.
60-minute interview.
Bro, I felt like this is what porn, like people walk into porn with like less people on set. A couple guys were there.
They have a fluffer, everything.
And I'm like, wow. It started hitting me, and the experience itself was so miserable. Like,
oh, really?
It was so miserable because in terms of like, it hurt, but it really is like the idea of like pulling a Band-Aid off. But so the esthetician didn't use, from what I've come to learn, is that there's strip wax and there's hard wax.
Okay.
So, or basically the strip wax is what you guys normally think of when you think of,
yeah, they go whoosh, and then they like put it on kind of like butter, they're like,
they put it on like butter.
Yeah.
They put a piece of paper on it and they fucking rip the paper off.
Okay.
She showed me both. The other one, hard wax, is fucking wax, but it hardens. So she's just ripping, Play-Doh off of me, basically. So she showed me both, and I'm like, the strip wax, definitely. She's like, no. And I'm like, damn, what do you mean no? And she's like, no, you're going to need the hard wax. So
are you like, I'm a hairy guy, he's not. Would you say you have a medium amount? Like, was it a lot or like?
Oh, did you call it a twat?
No, I said, was it a lot? Like, did she do a lot of hair?
Was it a twat?
Was it a twat?
I don't know why. I heard twat.
He's like, how hairy is your fupa?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
like,
basically.
was it a lot? Like,
No,
is that why she recommended something else, is what I'm asking?
All of my hair is reserved for, basically the space from, like, my pubes to, like, my ass cheeks. Like, right there in that holy square right there. So she and I had known for about 2 weeks before that we were going to be doing it on that day, so I was directed not to groom. And I don't have my hair doesn't grow super long as it is, so but yeah, it was with what was there.
Did you bleed?
What's the work? Oh yeah, I bled like
no
I bled
shit.
I bled bad. And but the worst part was like when she put the wax on, the hairs would kind of like pull hairs that were like not in the area where she was waxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on the thigh, kind of like. Oh.
It was miserable, and it was really, really awful. It was really awful. I didn't sleep well for like 2 days because the area was so sensitive, and then I had to like look in the mirror, as every man does before they get in the shower. They look at themselves butt naked just to check to make sure like,
did you
you're
like
still there.
put your head between your legs, or like what'd you do?
What's going on?
Yeah. And I saw myself, and I was like, "What have I done?"
Did it look good? I mean, were you kind of like, okay, like, all right?
No, I'm not like an.
You sat your ass in the sink and took a butt like girls do, and then put their ass in the sink. And then
bro, I'll tell you this. My ass was like a ski luge. It was like it was slick, bro. It was slick. Like water was just flying off of me. My ass always felt wet. Because I guess when like hair is back there, it kind of like absorbs some of the moisture.
Yeah.
So
So it was just smooth, like all the way down.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was the misery that you see in the video is legitimate. It's no show. It's no but I guess that like after it was done, Joey said to me, he was like, "Bro, you crushed that." And I was like, "I fucking hope so."
He's like, "Actually, we didn't click record, so
He said we gotta do it again.
I would have been like, "All right, well, do it yourself. Get on the fucking." And I don't think it's in the video, but at the end of everything, I had said to Joey, Greg, and Ant, those are the three guys that were there. I was like, "All right, you guys all have to do a strip now," and each of them had shaved in preparation for it so that they couldn't have it happen.
Oh my god.
They say it wasn't on purpose. They say it was like, oh, it just happened.
They just all three of them shaved at the same time.
It just happened to be.
It just happened. These bastards. But yeah, it sucked. I wouldn't recommend it if you guys have partners that are like maybe super into it. Maybe take one for the team. But it was not fun.
Yeah,
And what did your girl think of it? I mean, did she she's like, oh, like Frankie, or like, oh, Frankie?
I don't know. I know. Like something that for me, like she like it was weird. I got home and she like, I think both of our kids were, well, our son at the time I think was home from school when I had gotten home, and
He was
she
limping
like
in.
was like, oh, Miles, go play in your room, and then he like went to play in his room and like my daughter like crawled and followed him and she was like, let me see. And I was like, oh my god, like.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I can't tell you what I'm gonna think until I see it.
No, but it was more of like a curiosity.
Yeah, to
like,
see
then,
what. Yeah.
Yeah, like let's see how
see what
bad
we're
the
playing
bad-
with
Let's see
here,
what the
you
real
know?
estate's looking like. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but it was also really uncomfortable. Like, I don't know your guys' marital status, whether you're in a relationship, single, married, whatever, divorced. But
We're in a relationship with each other. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Oh,
divorce,
okay.
but
No, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
sweet.
I'm
We
kidding.
both have girlfriends.
Yeah.
hey, man, cool. But for me, it was very strange to have another woman like.
Examine you, kind of thing.
Basically,
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Because
was
she
really,
obviously
really
saw
weird.
everything. Okay, so like when she was,
obviously. She
Okay,
was
so
fucking
I-
staring down the barrel of a loaded rifle.
so I do have a question. So when she was, going down, like, as she's working her way down, right? I mean, did you have to like, when you're like changing like a baby's diaper and you put the legs up, like how did she? Is that how it was?
So she had said
The field goal's
that,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, she had said at one point she was like, "You're either getting on all fours or you're going to be wearing your ankles as earrings." And I was like,
Which one did you choose?
I
fours.
tried at first to hold myself up, but
That's very exposing. I mean, that's.
But like,
Yeah.
it's the thing is like,
That's a
yes,
bold one. Yeah.
yeah, it's hard. Like that's not an easy situation to like kind of hold yourself in.
Yeah.
Especially when you're getting jerked, like your body's getting jerked at, with like pulling wax.
She's like,
Yeah,
Frankie,
you're on
now
fucking
spread
you're
them.
on fucking Pilates, are you?
I mean, I'm very flexible, surprisingly, but in that situation, like it didn't matter.
Yeah, and you're just like,
and-
please don't fart, please don't fart. Like, it's the
Oh,
only thing.
bro, my body wouldn't have worked if I wanted it to. Like I was so uncomfortable that like nothing was. Like I wasn't gonna fucking rip ass or like accidentally piss myself or anything. It was just like I was just miserable, so my body just like didn't even think about it. But yeah, it was quite the experience. If I were you guys, and your viewers want you to do it, I would say go for it, man.
Well,
because
I think
boy.
we would take a back seat because of the fact we would do something like you guys did it for a special occasion for like how many patrons you had or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be the only time I'd be like, okay, maybe. There's no. I have nothing to prove.
But you're also not a hairy guy, so I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that ball would end up in my court, and we'd have to find something for you to do because I don't know. I've never seen your ass like full on, but I just feel like just from like I get a ton of chest hair, So
Wait,
it's
you guys
like,
live together
Yeah.
and you've been good friends for years and you've never seen each other.
I mean, I have, but I've never been like, let's
Yeah. Well, we've seen
take a
each
look at
other's
this.
cocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, come on, you gotta.
Well, if he was, if God forbid, if tragedy was to strike and his body was mangled beyond beyond recognition, and the mortician said, "Hey, can you identify this guy?" I'm like, "Let me see his cock." I'd be able to know. That's Jack's mushroom. That's Jack's mushroom. I'd be able to know.
Yes, officer, I know that cashew anywhere I see it.
Officers hanging to the left or the right. I know which one it is.
Exactly.
Well,
Like
we've been best friends for like, I mean, we met at church when he was like 8 and I was like 9 or 10. So we've been friends for a long time. So I
Like
mean, well, actually,
17 years. Or
yeah,
something?
17 years, something like that. I mean, I hated him when I first met him. I thought he was a douche. But
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I didn't like him, but we know each other's everything pretty much for the most part. I mean, but yeah, if we ever did something like that, it'd have to be a big like milestone reached to do something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you gotta.
Yeah,
You can't be really good friends with
Hey,
someone
10
unless you
likes,
see them
I'll do it. You know, and
Hey, man.
and 20 likes, I'll fucking kill someone. I'm not gonna do that. No thanks. You know.
No, I do like the Mr. Beast style, and it's like I will give away. You know, those are my favorite people that just like say they're gonna do
He
something
actually
charitable.
does it though. Yeah, I respect that. You know,
He does, absolutely.
he does have the funding to do it as well. But you know what I mean.
Which also helps, yeah.
What else?
It definitely helps a little.
I mean, you guys hit 10,000, so I mean, at fucking 15,000. I mean, what are you doing? I
Is
mean,
there any big ones? Any other big ones?
Yeah, so at 12, we've been floating around like 11,300. At 12, we're getting we're hiring a professional drag makeup artist to come in, and we're gonna be
good.
Full, like, you know.
it's not just
full
you though,
going
right?
for it.
Joe as well, hopefully.
Joe as well.
Okay,
I did
finally he
suggest
gets in
something-
there.
Yes, yeah. I did suggest something for 15 that Joe would never do. I grew up a huge fan of, like, you know, Jackass, Viva La Bam.
Oh, I
Of
love
course,
Jackass.
of course.
So in my head, I just see opportunities to recreate that stuff.
Yeah.
So I had said to Joey one day, I was like, bro, if we get to a certain amount, how about you guys just like light me up with paintballs? And he was like, bro, what? And I was like, I'll do it, you know? And he was like, I don't know about that. And the kid Ant that we work with was there too. And he was like, bro, you won't sleep for like days. And I'm like,
I've heard
come on,
there's been it hurts, dude. Like, especially hit with more than a few. Like,
I've gone paintballing, I've gotten hit, but like
I've gone
I guess if
paintballing, and even like a few, it's just like, dude, that's imagine like 100.
yeah, I guess if you're
That-
stationary, it's different.
Like in Jackass, I like what they did is because they hit on that like noodle thing, and then they had little duck wings on, and they launched
Yeah,
it
yeah,
in the canoe, pop, 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 and they shot them on the way
Yeah.
down. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is absolutely. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, all the cards are on the table. We had actually, this is a little off topic, but so we actually a few episodes heard this grotesque story that I thought that you would just you would really find interesting. So there was this woman, Jack can help me out with the details if I forget something, that she, you know how yeast.
Oh no!
No, we're doing it. How yeast like.
You think he's gonna like this?
No, I think he's gonna find it interesting as well as grotesque, like we did. I didn't think this was possible. So, like how yeast makes bread rise, you know what I mean?
Oh no!
Of course.
And in that vaginal area, there is trace amounts of yeast, when a yeast infection, or you know what I mean.
You know where
It
we're going
happens.
with this.
And this,
all right, I'm right there. Yeah.
this woman, made pussy bread, basically. No, this is not. This is not fake. This is.
It's on Etsy. Yeah.
It's on. No, this is 100% a real thing. And she like made an actual loaf of bread out of.
Did it rise? That's what I wanted to see.
Well, we had
finished
the
part.
article, don't we, Jack? We had the article.
I mean, bro, if she calls it bread, that means it rose.
Yeah, no, it did. No, she actually made
Like
a loaf
Jesus.
of bread out of it. It's just and a lot of people, and it said in the article, faced a lot of backlash. No shit. And she's like, well, it's not disgusting. It's the female body. If you think it's disgusting,
Okay,
then you're
yeah.
just,
Who?
you know.
Who is like seriously upset enough at something like that to be like, there's backlash to it? Like, who reviews that and says like, oh my god, I can't believe
Everything's in the
Susan-
world. I mean, who cares? I mean, she did. It's not like she was a lunch lady and then was like making the bread for the kids and then used that.
Yeah,
like,
and then giving it to him.
yeah, that's backlash. I'm like, that woman needs to be, locked up somewhere. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, if she's just munching on it herself, I mean, I'm gonna assume she thought there was health benefits or something
Listen,
to it.
Oh, it was
can't-
sourdough. That's good.
Oh, great!
Oh.
The best bread. Probably sour.
Of course, it was sourdough. British blogger. She's British. She's a little. She went.
And a
They would do it
vlogger.
over there.
They
would
would.
do
They
it over
fucking
there.
would.
Fucking
British
crumpets and
blogger Zoe Stavry
crumpets
stirred
and
up the
pussy
internet
bread.
by baking a sourdough bread using her vaginal yeast infection. She took the internet by storm by sharing every small detail of preparing the dough she made, from preparing the bread to extracting the yeast using a dildo.
Oh,
Oh.
duh. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
You're not gonna use a
like,
vacuum, like fucking
Uses a Stanley steamer.
a fucking Dyson ball. Yeah.
She just like she sneezed real hard and held her nose, and like that's how she got it.
Just
out.
held a tissue at the end. Yeah.
You know how you pop your ears like.
Yeah. But
She did
for
that
me,
shit.
that doesn't work. I feel they get plugged more when I do that.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't
I
work
don't.
for
I
me.
don't,
No,
I don't know
yeah.
if that's a myth or not.
Look, man. Honestly, you gotta. There have been so many stories over the last like year and change of women just finding a way to use whatever their body naturally secretes to make money, you know. And
the bathtub water
there's been
girl.
some doozies. There's been some doozies.
Well, there's that. Yeah, the streamer that did the bathtub water. There's the girl that sold her farts.
Yeah.
There's been girls selling like their like shit, and honestly,
or like in pee or something. Yeah, they've been selling.
So
like, shit.
Frank, I mean, you know, you are definitely you're a pretty well-known guy in the internet community. I mean, you know, say someone, you know, I'm guessing you've been asked, right? I mean, what's your price? I mean, you know, when is it like, okay, I'm going to consider this? You know, they want like a...
For what? My yeast?
No, not your yeast. Like, I don't know, they want you to fart in a jar or something. You're like, okay, 50 grand. We're thinking about it.
I
you
do
know?
for less
I
than
don't
50
know.
grand.
I don't know. It's tough because I have this insane sense of pride where I like say to myself like, no, I wouldn't do it. I've never had someone ask me for oh no, that's not true. Someone did hit me up asking me for farts.
What about feet pics or anything like that? Or
feet pics? I think I got like one, but it might have been.
We actually own
like,
onlytoes.net, the domain name.
yeah, if you go to onlytoes.net, it goes to our website, aroundthelunchtable.com.
We bought it.
Marketing.
We bought it just for that.
That is very, very, very smart. I honestly, it would need to be a price where I just like I can't say no to. If they were like, bro, like fart on a sock and send it to me, and I'll pay like.
But would the smell stay? Yeah, that's gross. But...
I don't know. In the cotton. They're like, I need overnight shipping.
Vacuum seal it, maybe.
Look, it would need to be something that I'd be like, you know, can I quit my job for this? You know what I mean? It also is about production. You know, if it's something that like I can, you know, sustainably keep up with, but also, you know, not fucking die. Like the girl that was farting in jars.
Like, yeah, she had like a healthy, she had like a medical emergency or something.
Yeah, bro, she had to quit because she was eating fucking 14 pounds of cabbage soup a day.
Yeah, trying to keep up with the fart demand.
Supply and demand, baby.
If it was like, you know, piss in a jar for me, boy, oh boy.
Oh yeah, I would. I load shit up with piss.
Yeah, I'd be $1 million.
I would just be pissed if like someone put it on eBay afterwards. It's like you really didn't want it, you know. You didn't want me.
But the buyer then doesn't know if it's actually real. I mean, I personally, if it was piss, yeah, I'd be in business because I like to pee everywhere. Personally,
yeah, me too.
Like I love peeing outside or like if we're having a party here
in a mason jar.
Even if we have bathrooms, I will go outside and pee. I like it way better. I love it way better.
Yeah, I travel a lot for work, and I often have to fight traffic in and out of New York or down during the summer down to the Jersey Shore where I live, and I've mastered being able to pee in bottles. So chances are there's a bottle of piss in my car at all times, and honestly, I'm like cool with it. I'd rather do that because I'm always like rushing to get home or wherever I have to go. Yeah. So if it takes no extra time, just fucking.
There you go. It's very
Wait,
convenient.
so you said you live down by the Jersey Shore then? So you know you ever run into any of those people down there?
The Jersey Shore?
Yes. So I haven't ran into them personally, but the Jersey Shore house is 6 minutes from where I live. I live in Toms River, and that's in Seaside. And then all them like live like around the corner from where we are. So
no shit.
There's
that's
like
cool.
Yeah, like Snooki lives like literally like 4 minutes down the road.
No
Jenny,
shit.
JWoww lives pretty close. I don't know where the other guys live,
because
but
Paulie lives in Vegas, I think.
Probably. I mean, I think he has a residency there? No.
Yeah, he does because he DJs a lot and he stays in Vegas, I think.
Yeah. So
yeah, I just talked to him the other day. So
yeah, it's like yeah, I haven't run into them, but I was also not a fan of the show growing up. I remember like it being like super popular, but I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it until later on. I mean, it usually became a bigger thing later on for me. That's when I started watching.
Gotcha.
It. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm not a big reality TV guy. I tend to.
Our girlfriends that's
like
just their thing, basically.
Yeah. Oh, we did want to talk to you about the fucking church thing. That's what Z wanted to ask you about.
Oh, okay. So you like you said earlier, it was Catholic, right? Correct?
Yeah, I was baptized Greek Orthodox.
It's like when you're born.
Yeah.
Is that where they sprinkle?
Is that when they dump you like a nugget kind of in ranch?
Yeah, bro, that's exactly what it is.
Dude, have you ever seen the one where the priest has the baby and he goes and then he bonks its head on the fucking edge of the bowl.
Yeah, bro. These priests out here are wild. You know,
Dude,
for a couple
they're
of
fucking
reasons.
nuts, man.
But I was like a piece of pita bread, and they just like right in the olive oil, and they were just like, you know, this is a well seasoned baby.
So when you were wait, what age did you like kind of? It was obviously you were a little kid to like maybe almost adolescence kind of.
I went to Sunday school for a little while at the Catholic school across the street, and I did pre-K and kindergarten there, and then I just stopped going. I would probably say around like 8 or 9, right around. I don't want to blame it on 9/11, but you know.
Yeah, we're getting close to it too, so you know.
It was right. It was right around that time, but yeah, I don't think there was I honestly don't remember a reason, but I know like I was probably.
Someone's like, so why'd you stop going to church? 9/11. You know, it changed me.
Yeah, my father had gotten DirecTV that summer, and there was the Playboy channel on there. So God left me before I stopped going.
Well, the Playboy
and you
channel.
didn't get caught? He didn't know you were.
Yeah.
Oh, he 100% knew.
Oh, he didn't. Cool dad.
Oh, my dad's a man of a generation that's like, listen to me, I can't have my kids growing up and, you know, fucking playing with boys' balls and stuff. So, you know, if I walk in on them watching tits, what's fucking, they could be doing meth, you know?
That was like my parents' view of it. It's like, at least my son's not, you know, a weird creep, you know.
But the people at church always thought you were, though.
Well, the people at church, because here's the thing. So you stopped going at like 8. No, they did. Because I went with church with my parents off and on, and then in high school I still did, and then when I went to college and came and visited, it would be a weekend, so I'd go to church with them, and they'd all, you know, I'd walk in, I'd be like, oh hey, because a bunch of the people that go to the church there, I've seen since I was a little kid, or I've known for a long time, and they'll come up to me because they'd always take a break during worship. Well, you know, the closed eyes, slow guitar playing as they pray, and then everyone would go around and shake hands, and everyone would just be talking, shooting the shit like normal, and then they'd all come up to me. I think I'm like 19 at the time or something like that. They'd all put their hands on me, like, let's all say a prayer for young Isaiah. I'm like, for what? What have you told them? What do you think?
You were like...
No, they treated me like I was a reformed crackhead that could relapse or something like that. That I needed constant help or something like that.
They had no proof of any of that.
No, they did.
Absolutely not.
And it begs the question: what were my parents telling their friends in the confidence of their own home? We don't know. We really don't know. But I'm convinced. I'm convinced. And the thing is, overall, I would say at that age, I wasn't that bad. I was playing a sport. You know what I mean? I was doing something. I wasn't just doing nothing at that point. You know, later on I was doing nothing, but that's neither here nor there. But
you were in high school, and let me tell you, that's where the devil creeps in.
That's where the devil comes in, right there.
They were praying for me like I was the next Jeffrey Dahmer, and I'm like, what am I missing? What do I need to do for you people?
I think you're probably onto something. I think if Dahmer had just a little more prayer in his life, he would have not been.
Yeah, if Dahmer shook 3 more hands during fellowship, he would have never done what he did.
It's just 2 more peace be with yous and 1 more Hail Mary, and it would have.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about. He was just as bad as I was. He was, as a little kid, we would all break into little prayer groups at church, and he would shoot shit at people while they prayed.
Me?
Yeah,
that shot was a one-time thing.
He had this. No, my turn. In a court of law, you're innocent until proven guilty. Okay, and I make my claim.
I understand I did that, but I'm gonna ask Frank a question. Do you remember what the fuck Bionicles were? Do you remember those?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I had so many.
That's what it was.
Okay, do you remember the one with the little disc on the back?
Yeah, dude.
So I'm sitting there, I get a brand new one, and it's prayer time. Me and Z aren't praying. You know, we're the heathens. You know, we're like
Well, we're like 12.
Well, everyone else is praying for us, so you know, I mean, what do I got to do here? But no. So I just rip the little cord and it spins and it hits this guy in the eye, and I've been hearing shit from it ever since. I mean,
he shot Norm Noble in the eye while he prayed. The crazy thing was, steadfast, kept praying, didn't miss a beat.
No, he did put his glasses on though for eye protection. Yeah,
and then Jack's like he has eye protection.
Bro, he must have thought that was like a Satan coming to get him or something. You know,
dude,
and it's
he
like
probably prayed something like really hardcore, like Lord, give me a sign if I'm supposed to quit my job and leave my wife. And then it's like, bam, and he's like, oh.
Okay, the fucked up part that he's leaving out is there was a very serious energy in the room at the time, because at that time there was a lot of, I think the most notable one I can think of was this couple's baby, which is his son Norm, the guy who got shot in the eye, his son's baby was very sick as a newborn, and they were having health troubles and stuff.
You can't bring sick kids into this. Come on.
And,
We're having a great time.
I knew saying.
That. You said I was 12.
No, I'm saying, and that's when he shot him in. That's when he shot him in the eye.
Well,
I mean, let me tell you, that's probably not the shot in the eye he wanted from you. A young boy.
No, we were assholes though. I would bring like shock stuff, like shock gum. You remember the shock gum?
Yes.
I'd bring that to
Those
church,
were good
and they'd shake hands like, "Here,
pranks.
take a piece of gum, get shocked. Hope you have a heart attack."
Yeah, I just told a story on an episode. I had one of those, but it was like a mousetrap looking thing. It was a gum, but you like set it up and it had like a little
and it snapped their
wire on
fingers. Yeah, it snapped
So
their
it
fingers.
snapped their finger. I did to my grandmother.
I had a shock stapler. I was a big. I was really into it for some reason.
If it was in Spencer's Gifts from 2004 to 2007, I had it. Okay, no questions asked. But
right next to the Cookie Monster tea.
Yeah, 100%.
Or something.
100%.
Wait, time out. Okay, I need to know actually because you live far. Like people, I feel like when people live geographically closer together, maybe they have similarities on that side because you're on that. Did you have kids in your high school that wore like the Cookie Monster tees and
like
the
butt plug
hats, the
tails,
flat bills and shit?
Or like the fucking tails out the back.
The anime kids.
Did I know someone that wore the Cookie Monster tees? Yeah, I see him every goddamn day in the mirror.
That was you?
Bro, Hold on. All right, it might have been different here. Over on your guys' end, it might have been like the Cookie Monster tee and like a long sleeve tee underneath, and they were always like doing like an anime, like like.
And they had like the Cookie Monster flat bills and shit.
I didn't have the hats. The hats I had
and the World Industry shoes, those big clunky ones.
No.
DC
So it was
shoes?
different, but it was different by us. It was like people use them as like legitimate like outfits, or at least I did. So I'm just justifying it in my head. But like I would wear, like I remember this outfit as clear as day. It was the Cookie Monster shirt. I also had the Elmo and the Oscar, and I think possibly the Big Bird.
What about Big Bird? Yeah. You gotta throw that one in there.
But and then I had a hat. It was called the Met Hater hat, and it was a Yankee hat that was like designed in like the Met like blue and orange and stuff like that. And I was like, this is sick. I was wearing my like jeans. I had like, I had like my skinny jeans. I had like my Nike ups. Like but yes, it was used as like legitimate, like people would like wear them to do like actual outfits. It wasn't just like the weird anime kids that would,
Okay. Well, wait, hold on. I do have a question for you, Frankie. So earlier on the episode, we were talking about, you said you took a few years before you even buy yourself a shirt, during some tough times. So when do you still have the shirts, or when did you throw them away?
Ooh,
they're in the closet, aren't they? They're in the closet.
No,
Frankie, no.
No, they're not. They're not. I wish. A full transparency, I wish, because I have trouble getting rid of things.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you have trouble finding him, like you're trying to find him again.
No. If I wanted to find them, it would take very little effort. I'm pretty sure all those shirts are gone. All the hats that I wore at that time were gone. I often look back on them and think like it would kind of like for comedy's sake. It would be
it's
good
nostalgic. It's nostalgic.
But they have been lost to the test of time.
Well,
unfortunately,
he used to wear skinny jeans and Supras. You remember Supras? They're like,
ooh, yeah, I remember.
Dude,
Supras.
Lil Wayne had purple Supras. Justin Bieber had purple Supras. So I'm
but
like,
see, you guys are a couple years younger than me. So Lil Wayne for you guys is like a different Lil Wayne than we grew up with. You know what I mean? Like Lil Wayne for you guys
was like Carter 2 and shit, right? Carter 1.
Yeah, the Drought 3.
Great.
The greatest mixtape of all time.
Yeah, it's really good.
But he was like with your generation, which again only a couple of years. He was like skater trying to become a rock star, Lil Wayne. Where with us, he was just a rapper.
When Prom Queen came out,
basically, yeah. Like ours was like Fireman and Sky's the Limit. Yours was the later stuff where
he was
World
and How to Love.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not gonna sing any more than that.
No, Frankie, have you ever tried out music? Have you ever like made a song or something? Oh,
I feel like he definitely has.
He's gonna promote it right now. SoundCloud.com/.
Yeah, no. So there was a time where my friends and I thought we were rappers.
Same.
Jack thought he.
You did too.
No, I did, but you gotta tell him when your mom, because his parents are very strict. She found something he wrote. You gotta tell the story when she found what you wrote, and it was a bunch of like obviously rap cuss words and stuff.
I mean, it was definitely hard bars. Not gonna lie. I mean, I was like 14 or something, and me and my buddy stayed up all night, recording our mixtape. And just on like a computer mic. Obviously it wasn't mastered.
Same. Yeah, same.
Yeah,
no. I mean, absolutely.
But no. So like I have my book of rhymes. I'm 14. I'm like I'm gonna be a rapper. Is what I want to do. My mom finds it, and it's just you're learning how to cuss. So it's just every word either rhymes with fuck or pussy, and my parents were conservative Baptists. So. It's I think her heart was broken and probably still hasn't mended since from what she read. But I do want to hear about
Didn't you tell her you're like it was hard shit, Mom?
I never said that.
No, that's what he said. That's what he said.
I think I told my mom, I was like, but Mom, I'm gonna be a rapper. That's what I said.
I thought you said it was hard.
That's hard shit, Mom. Yeah.
And you never know, you might have done it. Well, again, we grew up in the time of when our rap was popular. It was like kind of like hyphy Bay Area, disturbing the peace. So it was a lot of like kind of flow.
You and your Cookie Monster
lyrics.
shirt, disturbing the peace.
Disturb the peace.
We just we loved the same music as friends, so of course naturally. There was a thing when we were in high school, my friends and I, we at parties and stuff, we would drink. And we would jokingly, it was like a half roast battle, half rap battle, freestyle.
Yeah.
So we would just kind of do it amongst each other, and we would crack each other up. But so we found that certain people were legitimately not bad at it. So we were like, bro, we should. And we made songs on our friend's MacBook, and we had the title of our album. Was No Solids in the Sink. I think Joey got it from those fucking chemistry.
Wait,
labs.
Joey was a part of this? He was rapping?
Bro. It was
No Solids.
You have to find this. You have to.
No,
it
doesn't exist anymore. This is the miracle of the internet before everything was saved. It's all gone.
Yeah, there's no iCloud and shit back then.
Dude, I passed out CDs of it at my high school, and I'm just praying to God.
Bad idea.
That's a bad idea.
We are not famous in any way, but if our podcast takes off and gets where we get somewhere, I know that CD is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
Well, if we did, we're gonna have so many scandals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I that's why I know I'll never be giant famous, because I'll be canceled in a minute.
Same.
But no. So the biggest song that we had was we played in touch football leagues around where we grew up, and
wait, the biggest song. So you guys had a hit, or
well, so
you guys had a hit? Yeah, it was on the Billboard charts.
We had a hit. So our we were undefeated. We would never legitimately. We went years without losing. We won championships.
Like a battle, like a freestyle battle.
No. And these touch football leagues.
Touch football.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about rapping. I was like, dude.
Well, so one of the leagues that we were in, we had our rival team. They called themselves APR, and we were MFA, and we'd beat them all the time. It was not even fair. They would go. They would go 12-4 on the year. All 4 losses were to us, and they were bad losses. And we let's make a diss track. So we made a diss track, and it was to the beat of "All I Do Is Win," but of course,
no,
it was "All You Do Is Lose." And
who was singing the chorus?
Me.
Yeah.
And it's so bad.
All you do is lose.
And it only exists in one place, and that is on my phone. And outside of that, it is gone. And everything else, we had done a couple other songs, and they're gone.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, you just looked down at your phone. I thought you were gonna play it for us. I was like, nah, there's no way.
I mean, you could see.
No.
Oh, no.
It's there, and it will remain there.
No fucking shot.
You obviously have to keep that, of course. I mean,
It's so funny because I pulled that up, and then you could see the most recent song I was playing at the bottom, which is Rainbow Connection, which shows you, I guess, my taste is all over the place. But yeah, it exists in one place.
So when so it was you, Joey, probably a couple other friends. When one of them gets married, I mean, are you pulling that out of the archives or?
No, it's 5 minutes 23 seconds of pure insanity. There's no reason that this should see the light of day ever. I know what's on it. I every now and then I'll be in my car and it'll just pop up on the Bluetooth and
You're
laugh.
just like, okay.
You're like, I gotta jam out to this.
I just laugh. But it'll never. And I have a steel trap memory, so I remember like some of my verses on other songs.
No shit.
Yeah, I brought one up recently, and they're just so bad. They're just awful.
Any hard bars?
I mean, dude, I saw the fucking year was 2010. I mean, so how old were you then?
I was a fresh. Well, it depends what time.
I was 13.
I could have been a fresh. I was a freshman, I think.
It was in the spring. Oh, so we put out this diss track, and
how did you put it out? Like,
and then MTV got a hold of it, and it was
Facebook, MySpace, and the kids caught wind of it and were really upset. And like we're looking,
must have spit some bars. Shit.
We took shots at like one of the kids, like overweight dads.
We shook up. We shook up the underground rap game.
Yeah, you know,
underground rapper Frankie Alvarez shakes the rap game.
No, mine was relatively tame. There was one kid who his verse starts with, "Man, I really hate to bother you and your fat ass father, but I'm on this track, flowing just to cut you like the barber."
What? We got some rhymes here. We got some bars. Okay.
Yeah, it's so bad. So they came looking for us, wanting to fight us, and as a result, they basically convinced the person that uploaded it to take it down, and then I had saved it at that point in time, so it's the only version left.
Wow, it's one of one.
That's gonna end up
literally
in a museum
one
someday.
of one.
Yeah, it's one of one.
I honestly hope not.
One day, like 5 years later, you're gonna see breaking news on Twitter, breaking the Billboard 200 for the first time. No solids in the sink.
No, there's no way this song will ever be on any charts outside of the chart of my heart.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah. It's maybe one day I'll off screen, off air, I'll show you guys, but it is.
Oh my God, that's
we love that. We promise not to record, but yeah.
Wait, when you so the tune of the song, like, is it the same as like actually just like, oh, it's you, all we do is lose or something like that?
Well, Heat in the kitchen, Frankie on the stove, like what happened?
No, basically the first two verses are, because it's the actual song starts with Ludacris, and then the second verse is Snoop Dogg. And the first verse and the second verse are just the same exact flow, but saying awful, stupid shit.
So whose verse did you take? Were you Luda?
I was Snoop. I was SN.
Oh, I called it. Oh my God. Did you say Frankie on the stove?
Please no, it was chilling at the dojo, celebrating that easy win. You said you'd put us to shame, but we waxed that ass again. And I was I remember when I said that, we were like literally huddled over a fucking MacBook and laughing hysterically because they were like, dojo? They were like, what fucking dojo?
Yeah, what dojo is this?
Only word I can come up with.
No, it was good. Well, hey, guys, I mean, we're at over an hour here. I mean, I know it's fucking late. What is it, fucking 10:40 where you're at? I know you got kids and everything. Dude,
yeah,
we appreciate you.
We
being
appreciate
on,
it.
Yeah,
that was badass.
Thank you guys. Sorry it was such an issue scheduling, but glad we were able to make it.
Well, we have a lot of red carpet events, Lamborghini test drives,
corporate
movie
meetings.
Premieres. So
I can tell you guys are important people. You're drinking Miller Lights on a Tuesday evening.
Yeah, we're obviously not in shambles in any way. So
I can tell from the box fan in the window.
Well, it's hot in here, dude. For some reason, this room, everything else is cool.
Well, this room, up here, like most houses don't have AC because it's like hot
it's Washington
1 month out of the year. So
Yeah. No, we've had an abnormally hot summer. It's normally hot over here, but like it was hot and dry all summer. We got no rain, and then my son's first day of school was today, and then of course it fucking poured all day.
Oh, that sucks.
Our summer last summer it wasn't even hot this summer, to be honest. Last summer was like 110 all the time. It was hot as fuck. It never gets that
record-breaking
here.
highs.
But here it was just like 90s a few days here and there, and other than that it was like 80s.
Pretty much the whole month of July, it was like 95 plus.
Oh yeah,
and there was no rain, so everyone's lawn on my block looked like just fucking fried.
At least you don't gotta mow it. Shit.
Yeah. Oh well, no, I was the idiot that bought a sprinkler, so I had to mow mine. Everyone else's lawn looks like shit, and I'm like,
one of Jack's coworkers didn't want to mow the lawn, so he just murdered his own lawn with weed killer, and then just didn't because he didn't have to mow it.
Yeah, man.
He literally round up the whole lawn, and then he's like, "No, I don't gotta mow it." I'm like, "Yeah, but now it's dead."
Yeah, and he's gonna have fucking, mesothelioma in 8 years from all that Roundup.
Well, he's already bald, so he wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
So
if you were someone you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, anyways, Frankie, man, it's been a fucking pleasure,
it was
man.
fun. Thanks for coming.
We are big fans. Everyone, make sure you check out the Basement Yard. Dude, you've been awesome, fucking hilarious. We hope to have you back on some days again. You guys are awesome out there, and yeah, we just want to say appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, guys, I know it was a bit of an issue scheduling, but I really appreciate you guys letting me come on, talk some shit for a little bit, and anytime you'd like to have me back, I'd love to come back.
Perfect. Well, sounds great. We'll have a good night.
Next time, if you get me on a Saturday where I have a couple drinks in me, maybe I'll play the song for you.
Oh, that's definitely in the cards. Yeah, that would. His face.
I wouldn't do that. I would get a text. I'd get a text immediately after.
No, you wouldn't. Your friends wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
I
mean, we're not gonna post it. It's just for our listening enjoyment. That's it.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I just want to hear young Frankie on the beat.
Young Frankie featuring Ludacris.
Yeah.
It was quite the experience. So
awesome, man. Well, hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. And,
thanks for coming.
Yeah, we'll hopefully fucking talk to you soon. Hopefully have another episode, man. And we appreciate it, man. And have a great fucking night.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, man. See ya.
Let's get rowdy up in here.